Making progress. Chopper 6 was over the site of the collapsed portion of I-95 in Philadelphia's Tacony section as plans to repair it are the top priority for transportation leaders.
This all as crews make quick work on the demolition. And happening tonight, we learned that authorities have positively identified the victim as the truck driver, Nathan Moody.
Tuesday night, I'm Shari Williams alongside Gray Hall. The big story on Action News tonight is the steady work to dismantle the portion of I-95 that was charred and badly damaged in that truck fire.
And soon we could learn just how long it will be until things return to normal. Action News reporter Annie McCormick, she's live for us near the scene there in Tacony with the very latest information tonight. Annie, what's the update?
Yeah, Gray and Shari, crews made good progress today, including with the demolition of the southbound lanes. And tomorrow we could get a better idea of how long this reconstruction could take.
I have to leave early. It's costing me more money and more fuel.
Longtime truckers like Joseph Fitzpatrick are eager to find out how long the reconstruction of I-95 will take. And tomorrow morning, PennDOT will provide some answers. They plan to announce the replacement plan and will reveal a timeline, plus how complicated the rebuilding process is expected to be. A big factor is whether the bridge's abutments, the structures that hold up the concrete, were also damaged in the deadly tanker fire that obliterated part of I-95. This surveillance video of the crash is now part of the investigation. The tanker navigates the turn and then erupts into a ball of fire. The driver, Nathan Moody, was killed.
It does depict the crash as we expected. You know, a one-vehicle crash getting off the northbound ramp to Codman Avenue, and an explosion after it made impact.
Governor Josh Shapiro's emergency declaration freed up $7 million in state funding already. Today, National Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg toured the site and talked about federal resources.
There's what's called quick release funding, which we can turn around very quickly when there's a specific request for upfront funding. And then there's reimbursements that we provide.
But still, with repairs expected to take months, drivers are forced to find detours. Fitzpatrick opted to go through New Jersey to travel his route from Bucks County to Delaware.
Every week this goes on, and every month this is going to cost me over $1,500 a month extra, just on tolls.
And the medical examiner's office did confirm that the victim is Nathan Moody, saying that the cause of death was blunt trauma of the head and also inhalation and thermal injuries. They have ruled his manner of death an accident. For now, reporting live at Tacony, Annie McCormick for Action News at 10 on PHL 17. Gray and Shari.
Yeah, okay, Annie, thanks for the update. Happening today, we learned some more information about the demolition and reconstruction process. PennDOT officials saying the fire reached about 2,500 degrees, and that extreme heat melted the concrete. So that's why complete demolition of that section of 95 is necessary. Engineers say one option is to rebuild the highway one side at a time to get traffic moving as soon as possible.
The ongoing work has forced the closure of not just I-95 in that area, but some of the surrounding streets. And all of that traffic is funneling into areas like State Road, creating a different kind of headache for those who live in that neighborhood. Action News reporter Bob Brooks now joining us live near that area with those details tonight. Bob.
Yeah, Shari, like you said, we're on State Road, just yards away from where the collapse happened. You can see all the traffic that would be on 95 coming right by us here. But the neighbors in this area says it's not just this traffic, it's the parking that they've lost. All the shut down streets. They say while the bridge is fixed, the current setup that they have right now just isn't going to be sustainable for the long term.
Chaos.
It's chaos. Relentless traffic diverted from I-95, streets blocked off at all times. The ongoing sounds of heavy machinery clearing the debris. Those are just some examples of what neighbors who live just yards away from the collapse now deal with on a daily basis. They say it's not sustainable.
No one telling us anything. They say, oh, we'll tell you later, we'll tell you later.
Neighbor Emily Linton, who lives right off State Road, says she feels trapped.
I have a doctor's appointment next week. I don't even know if I'm going to be able to get out and go.
Today, several neighbors along State Road describe what sounded like some type of explosion.
This morning, it was a loud explosion. So at this very moment, we don't know what that explosion was.
Obviously, it's going to take a while for the highway to be fixed. And while that's happening, those we spoke with this evening say they want to be a part of the conversation of how their needs can be accommodated for.
I think they need to hold a community meeting and let us know just what's going on.
People need to come out and let us know.
They're worried about air quality, where they'll park, and safely with so much traffic passing by that would normally be on 95.
Parking now is in front of other people's businesses, and they don't like it because their customers don't have nowhere to park.
Right.
And then we live here.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do?
Traffic now is so chaotic. Nobody is addressing the local residents to find out, and to enlighten us on what exactly is going on.
Okay, Sharon, again, these are the neighbors who live just yards away from the collapse on State Road and on the side streets off State Road. They want some help and some clarity as this process moves forward. Tonight, we're live in the city's Tacony section. Bob Brooks for Action News at 10 on PHL 17. Shari.
Yeah, communication is really going to be critical. All right. Bob, thank you. Be sure to continue to keep the 6ABC app handy as we learn more about the reconstruction process for I-95 and for help navigating around these detours.